Yeah, maybe I'll work on leveling my warlock more. I kind of hate that I'm an orc though, cause I don't want a stupid like bust people's eardrums through my mic.
Did I ever tell you about that closet case World of Warcraft player I used to work with?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I really should have just batch for like a 4 year span. For some reason, those particular Legos are highly susceptible to sun rot and easy breakage. Like they're just
Interesting.
more brittle than the buff.
No, the quest that you're trying to tell me to go get.
No, it's a trade skill quest, not a faction quest.
Nice.
But if you're a miner, you can get the materials you need. You have to pick up the quest first, but the materials will just naturally trade. They are mandatory because basically what you do is you drop group and you petri, and then the game itself, because you have to be in a group or it hurts you out.
Oh, that's frustrating to people. They just want to hear the conversation at the same volume, you know?
Crafting recipes. But you have to be revered with the faction, and feathers is one of the ways to do that.
You know, I had completely forgotten that you got to farm. That doesn't sound the fastest. It's a 25 rep per pop. I might as well just do some quests.
Okay, but how long does it take you to do an average quest chain versus how fast can you farm a couple of stacks of rune cloth?
Oh. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if you could even, if it's even possible to hit level 7. That seems pretty
It's
good
not
though. Like 3
it's
per
not an
hour.
easy farm. Well, and the oozes, you have to have your I don't think your kick can step on them the moment I wake up. I mean the moment I get up.
So thoughtful of him, you know. It's just so nice of him.
Like we didn't head on collision the guardrail. I was actively turning, but the turn was way too wide due to my speed.
Yeah, being in a bigger vehicle. I mean, usually it's the op.
For money,
Sure
are you
does.
sure you just don't want me to hold it for you, and then we can just transfer quicker?
Are you still in Crossroads? I mean,
And
I
the
don't
quests
know.
are only giving you like 5 rep per quest
Best
anyways.
case scenario, I'm farming some room cloth off. Well, isn't Diablo narrated like that?
Yeah.
Hmm. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm 46 now and I still have that badge. And
I invited someone and they left. Thanks. Appreciate it. Um, Potato says we're about the same.
all right, then maybe off of what Nux was saying that the stream's just quiet in a normal vehicle.
Yeah, that also
Because
helps.
effectively with a go-kart, you're just riding on top of it. You're not technically inside of it.
Well,
Also, go-kart racing is amazing.
so
So we
yeah.
have one that's sectional, like it's modular. You take each section of the fence apart and you can rearrange it however you want, and so that it's the exact size and shape you need it. I mean, the abilities and cards are comparable. Like I noticed that. Okay, so in like Magic the Gathering, if you have man, some new map ideas that I was gonna drop.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to determine what I was doing here, but I'm gonna send this money over to Cherry Pop Tart.
It takes an hour to transfer. It's a Pikachu, but then somewhere in the pile of those Pikachu plushies, there's going to be one that looks exactly like all the other Pikachus, except it has a plain.
A worker lost their cat recently too, and she was over there babysitting their house sitting for them recently, watching that cat, and then it passed away. Value sometimes
Yeah,
could go up.
except for early 2000s brown Legos. Legos are pretty much indestructible. They're
Why specifically early 2000s brown ones?
and then just follow that up with big beefy creatures that can take a lot of damage.
Big, beefy. Give me that thick.
But yeah, only ever made 2 decks.
The kid off Toy Story. How the kid off Toy Story was like evil and
Yeah.
was like. That's what I was imagining when you're like, my 3-year-old is intentionally drowning his dinosaurs.
Well, it's intentional, but yeah, he's not trying to kill them.
Yeah, I think we've got some sort of internet issues going on here. Check map on Discord.
Good babysitter, then you're basically paying a whole day's wages for one date night, and that's before you even leave the house.
It's so sick and evil, honestly. The American Heart Association slapping their labels on these sugary cereals when it's the sugary cereals causing heart.
And because it involves pets, and they know they have you by the balls, and they know you'll pay whatever you can. But basically what it does is it completely stops everything that basically causes kids
74 silver or something.
So like for 20 years now, the going scam is, these skills are really expensive. Any bit helps. Can anybody please help? I'm missing a key. The viewers is a ninja.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe Potato's not in here right now either.
He said it's his stream. Everyone is quiet.
If everyone's wow. View count dropped to 0, so that's great.
That would search for energy removal and had big fat mid to late game Pokemon. And I just ruffle stomped through the entire.
Like, I don't really know what's going on tonight. Time going on. Blackhawk saying you're super quiet again. That's weird. We were getting some reports of that the other night too.
Foot picks, press 2. For kitty playtime, press 3 now.
Oh.
For all other calls, please hold for an operator.
We're gonna get a lot of 3s. We're gonna get a lot of kitty play. How's it going, bro? If you haven't shot us a follow yet, every single one counts. It helps a ton. Helps us out a lot being a small channel. And
Do it.
well, if I head to town on, I mean,
hey, it's all good. Whenever. Well, this is a wonderful growing and learning experience for you.
yeah.
Lights were off. And I would find out later that they had actually gone out of business. So I was bored and wanted to play Magic, and nobody was there to play with. But I noticed Hastings was doing.
Like, yeah.
So if you go to the null encampments and look at their tents.
By the way, I hit level 51, so ding, ding, ding.
Nice, congrats. If you go to the null
We done spotted him out on stream. He probably knew I was here though. He
Nice.
might have came and found me because he's been watching the stream.
Well, it's good that he's watching.
Eat in the wild. That's what they are naturally evolved to eat, is meat.
And I've heard if you do it right and you make the right connections, it can actually be cheap. Yelled for the horde at work a couple of times.
You should have. Potato says... Okay, well, they left Gillis. And if the numbers are really just like in the gutter today or something, but... I don't...
out just now, and it's showing only 2 people watching.
I mean, that's what...
To be in a color that was only made once.
Yeah.
$500 each. But you can get one that's a slightly off shade of the same color, and it's 12 cents a piece.
Right.
Pull out runs around in that area, and he crosses the road at 2 points.
Yeah.
And any one of those will kill you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Those sell amazing on the auction house. I believe they're part of the recipe for the Petri potion as well. If not that, it's also good for a tank, quote-unquote gym leader was a Hastings employee that had the specific deck that he was supposed to use that was sanctioned for those tournaments by... you're going to make me blush.
Is everyone else, like, do you remember...
So we're not sure why, and by we I mean the LEGO community as a whole, but for some reason, just the brown coloring, that particular, by easy I mean they add easily, they're not easy to kill.
Right. That's a little
if you're going against 2 at once, definitely open with a sap on one and immediately move to the other. All good, I'm there if you need me. I'm gonna go kill things. In World of Warcraft.
I don't know what's going on with the numbers and everything tonight, honestly. Huh. I didn't like that.
Ads are... Yeah, there's a lot of easy ads in that area, and...
Yeah. I'm in a very bitter place when it comes to life and death, honestly.
Anything in times per day than I used to.
Hate to hear it, man. It's so sad every time, you know?
It really is.
Yeah.
Because with babysitters, in addition to being random, like a random chance thing, you pretty much get what you pay for. And if you pay for a...
Okay.
So what he does with them once they're full of water is he then takes them to other places in the house, and then he wrings them out, soaking energy, which is the equivalent of a soul ring. I had trainers, which is the equivalent of demonic tutors. I had multiple energy removal, which is the land destruct. I forgot I installed the voiceover add-on, so... the Pokemon Company, but you didn't get to you didn't get to face the gym leader unless you were like the top 5 players in the tournament, and of those top 5, I was the only. Now I get to go through the process. Anyways, Petri.
What's a Petri?
You need to carry at least 1 Petri potion on you at all times.
But the crazy thing is I've played this game for like 20 years and I don't know what that is.
We did a lot of talking last night. It was a good stream.
It was a great stream last night.
So you might be recovering from that. Maybe have to anything below them. It's like he's trying to water a garden that is in fact the carpet.
Not cool, man.
Yeah, I don't want mold in the carpet. Well, day off, day off.
Right.
Unfortunately, we can't do date nights because we don't have a babysitter.
Gotta fork over the dough.
And give you the extra gold if you're short.
I guess we could. I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm not short on. I'm not short on.
Also, the visual effect of being a gnome versus being a tauren, when you're used to playing a tauren and then you go and play a gnome, gnomes feel smile, and I'm like, so long as it doesn't involve a ride anywhere or money, and he just kind of laughs and he's like, I haven't eaten all day, and I'm like, you know what? I can get you food, but I'm not giving you money.
Yeah.
So I got him a soda. You have a red card, but there's a little symbol under it showing that it's actually a clone. Kill decks are.
I do know. I mean, I played Pokemon when I was like 12 years old. I mean, it's been so long since I played that someone would have to like re-explain the rules to me, but thanks. I don't really need it on this character, but thank you. I need to go. I was just thinking next time I go back in town, I'm gonna get the tabard. Look, me and you both need a. Well, you're in a different guild actually on that character, but I switch over and play the Warlock more tonight since we've now determined a new goal of getting a Kodo mount on the Warlock. It's showing for me too, but I see more than that, like different people in chat. I don't know. I'm not
Did
really
you
sure what's
change
going on.
anything? Any of the settings since last? I should probably switch over to my hunter so I'm at least participating.
I need to. I actually have 10 gold to get on this character.
Yes.
Will it let me pick them all up?
They might not show up to you because they're low level, but when you talk to the end pool, the oozes around there, that particular named mob is one of 3 types of ooze. Drop the disgust to like light these fires, and you're underground, and caves are always really dangerous anyways. And there is like 2 warlocks with their 2 imps, and then like a 3rd orc.
That guy's name is Snapplefax. You know, like under the lid on the Snapples.
I loved those Snapple facts.
Yeah. Gym badge if you come in first.
At those tournaments, yeah, it was the grand prize.
Oh wow. I've been level 50 for a super long time, so it's nice to finally just get it over the finish line there and get to 51.
Also, that extra skill point killed me and the wife.
Oh wow.
We had ended up getting we had a low to the ground car that we were borrowing from her father, who was borrowing it.
Invites tonight. Oh. Actually, no, that's just an oversight on my part. So obviously there's all the ones in Mulgore that give Thunderblood a threat, but what other quests? I mean, I guess I could look it up.
There's a lot of quests in the Baron. So, did I ever tell you about how I got my only Pokemon gym badge for the only tournament I ever entered?
No.
Card to reveal that it's actually a Ditto card.
Interesting. Nah,
Like I
never
said,
heard of
I
that
would never
before.
do it. I would never peel it away because that would, to me, destroy its value to be. So, the dogs don't have access to their water while I'm on chat with you. The dog's water bowl is completely fenced off.
Old dung pile. Oh,
So
nice.
My rogue wasn't a flower picker when I was there. He was a skinner at the time, and I was able to get what I needed to trade in for the cleansing materials by skinning. Farmable there. I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
ground out 2 levels worth of XP
What does it drop
farming one
from?
ooze
Does
link.
it drop from the oozes out here?
Equivalent of you remember early Magic the Gathering, like the mid 90s, when Vesuvian doppelgangers and clones were all over in blue decks, right? Like that would be the equivalent of.
Nux, are you still in there? Can you report on the audio volume now, or Potato or someone? Um,
Which then unlocks just Runecloth for the rest of the rep.
is it
But the
level?
first,
Is it based on your level or
I think you can do it at
irrelevant,
any time.
irrespective to level? Okay.
Humans are skinnable in this game.
There's the proof.
There's actually 3 quests, one for each gathering profession. And I got him some food, and that's good.
Yeah. I need to get a guild tabard. The Alliance, we ask, seem to want to hop on stream more, but the Horde don't. But then for guild invites, the Horde will join our guild, but the Alliance won't. So go figure.
Do it to them. Are you familiar with the Pokemon Ditto?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you can potentially open a pack into the winning deck. Because I only ever made 2 Pokemon decks. I only played for a while. The other one was a sleep deck that would basically just put
So do you only get a
that when I got the headset on and I'm talking to you, I can't hear what he's doing. And I
Oh.
try to make sure to glance around quite a bit,
Uh-oh.
but I that's one of the reasons why I don't use my.
What do we have here?
So it's like in the old RPG games where they would pop up the portrait and somebody would talk to you.
Yeah. Desktop audio here on my end.
Okay, I'm at on your stream. I'm at about half your volume.
We're almost 15 already now.
Doing a Pokemon tournament. So I went in, I looked around, I saw what was going on, and quickly asked some kids what the rules were and found out that.
Really see it on stream that good, can you? It's kind of like blocked by the chat. You can see it a little bit there. Have 120 gold on my rogue now.
Nice.
At least Potato says she would have also tried to skin that one in my defense after going from so many I was skinning in a row. Thanks, Potato.
It's a memorable, positive encounter that you get to do with your guild members. They will remember that you did that. And it's like building rep within your own personal fact. And I had to take on all 5 of them at once, and it was super sketchy. I had to blow every CC and every cooldown I had to win.
I'm down to 4
Honestly,
instant
those
poison.
furbolgs that you picked up the quest to kill those furbolgs next to that guy,
Yeah.
wake up and then she has them for the entire day, and then around between 7 and 9 o'clock, I'll go out there and take them. That way, I've had pretty much the whole day to myself, nice and quiet, 1 day a week. I was recruiting for anime earlier today and had to reject a few people just on names alone.
Why is that?
Um, just certain personality.
if I'm having technology issues.
Um, the three qualities. So it's the standard cloth, the wool cloth, the silk cloth, which then unlocks the rune cloth. See, I want to level my hunter, but looking at our guild charter, it kind of makes me feel like I need to play something else
Yeah,
to help
Hexstrata
balance out,
level 30 hunter.
where it just boots me out super quick. Like, I don't even have time to
Yeah.
try to make a character I want.
It's been doing that to us too. Like if you're on the game,
Extra, they'll package it up and sell it to you. Or
yeah.
getting them those giant bones that have the marrow inside of them. You know, all of that stuff is great. And I have this real problem when I'm in the character selection screen.
The other reason why I want to work on our higher level tunes more instead of keep playing all these low levels. I have this rogue, of course, on Alliance side to get me some good cash flow going, but I
Like, because I was like, well, what happens when I get another dog? And apparently, the absolute best way you can feed your dog is actually just raw meat. All right, I'm gonna kill this turtle, then I'm gonna go ahead and log out so that I'm in a safe spot. And now the furball camp higher up, you have to be extra careful. Not only are they higher level, he's talented.